So I literally just put this together in about 10 to 15 minutes because I wanted a nice kind of pre-holiday glow up and wanted to do a video before I left for Tenerife. So this is pretty much palettes which I've got lying around and just want to throw a quick look together. Most of them have been put together with the I Heart Revolution because it's easy on the old purse, and I feel Revolution are very good at kind of holographic shimmery shades, so I kind of wanted to go for a bronze golden goddess sort of vibe because I'm in a holiday mood, because in 24 hours I will be there. So yeah, this is pretty much what I put together. So it's more golden warm and really wanted to share it with you guys, so hope you like it. I wanted to do a quick one, just like pre-holiday glow up. I use this one in my last video as well. I really like this one. I feel like I am going in quite natural today, so Stay Perfect eye primer. I'm not going to go in too heavy with a concealer based one. Lightly patting the lid. And I got my nails done, so I'll be using every opportunity to show them off. They've kind of inspired this actually, since I really like that kind of mocha colour. And I think I'm going to do quite basic, like 2 colour, just a kind of natural. And I'm using the I Heart Revolution palettes actually. This one's a really nice space theme one. It's called Galactic, yeah. And that is what it looks like. Shiny. Very nice. I kind of like the marble effects as well. So I'm kind of feeling pearly actually. So that's the dark matter. It does come off quite heavy, but I don't know whether that's the way I'm baking in this London sunlight. Absolutely baking. Yeah, okay. Happy with that so far. And now I'm just gonna buff it. I'm gonna buff it up. Constellation. I'm certain of it. That's the one I like. That's the one that's kind of calling me. That is what's calling me today.
So for this part, I'm just using my E45 Sigma medium tapered brush just for a bit more control over the darker shade there. But I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with how well Revolution and I Heart Revolution blends out. Like, I know this is a Too Faced dupe, but it's pretty cool how the dark shades are just blending out really nicely here. So considering you're not paying up quite a lot, these palettes are pretty cheap, the blending is pretty good and nice pigment too.
I look down so that my lid doesn't crease. See, I like I Heart Revolution because they're kind of like cheap and cheerful, you know? You can just have fun with them and pretty much just chill out. I'm just trying to get a V shape, but I don't know how well that's going. Putting up with the varying sunshine of London. It comes in and out when it feels like it. And this is such a quick video that I just want to catch the sunlight, put a little something together. It is a pre-holiday glow up, so you're not going to have all your makeup out there ready. Unless you're really organised. If so, I salute you. Constellation and Dark Matter, see these two? Those are the ones I'm just using, like blending them. I like this one because it's kind of got like a holographic or kind of holographic quality to it because it's brown and kind of purpley, iridescent. And then I'm keeping this down here so that I'm not creasing, because that is a major problem of mine that I have. It creases as I do it. So to avoid creasing, I'm currently looking down, but I'll only do that with dark colours. Drag that out into like a cat eye sort of thing. Because I was watching one of Jordan Lipscomb's videos and she always does this really well. But obviously I've got quite like deep set eyes, so it's always a little more difficult. Why am I whispering that? It is more difficult.
So here I'm just using my Sigma E45 blending brush again, which still has product on it, just using it to blend the colours together.
I feel it's easier to sweep on one side than it is the other. Does anyone else have a favoured side? I certainly do. Because I want to avoid a harsh line. So yeah, quite happy with that so far. Although I'm kind of feeling grey. Why am I feeling grey all of a sudden? See, that's got nice sheen. I'm actually going in with it's from the other Revolution palette. I Heart Revolution is what we're going with. Chocolate Love. I think it's kind of like a dupe of the Too Faced one, which smells, and I'm just using the, can't see because of the sun, bronzy one there. I like that. Blends nicely. I'm more padding it on and sweeping as I go. Liking it. I'm using the little mirror that's in here. It's quite handy. We like a big mirror.
For this, I'm using my Sigma E27 detail blending brush just to pack the colour on there. So as you can see, that's what I'm doing. But I really like I think Revolution have really good holographic kind of shimmery shades. I think I said that at the beginning, and I really like the way they just go onto the lid and there's no harsh lines either. So I was pretty impressed with this.
Just going back in, it's still got product on it, so I'm just going back in to just make sure that this hasn't killed any of this colour, but I don't think it has, to be fair. I don't think it has. The trees out there are doing a really bad number on the lighting in here. I might have to just pull that down completely. So much for natural lighting, huh? I'm gonna go in with a soft dark brown. I think I'm gonna try Intergalactic. Let's go for a mixture of Seen from Mars and Intergalactic, which is just, I'm making my little one, Intergalactic and Seen from Mars. I'm gonna stamp that on and make like a bit of a wing. I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna wing my wing, pardon the pun. See, I like the mirror. It is just really helpful. Hoping this brush is like small enough. I tried to wing it. I'm not sure that I like it. I have one that's even finer, however, so that's okay.
So here I'm just using an angular brush to kind of get like a diffused wing effect, so small and angled brush here.
I don't want a harsh line anyway, really, just a bit of, you know.
And here I'm just blending again with the same brush as earlier.
Oh, I forgot to put that on silent. The sun is back. The sun is back. Softens up nicely though. Yeah, okay, I'm quite happy with that. It is quick after all. I'm going in with Supernova, which is here. Ooh, sun, here. And I always get that song by Kanye West and Mr. Hudson in my head, if anyone remembers that. And I feel like taking off. Okay, I'm not going to sing because people aren't here to watch me sing. Okay, you guys, I think this is going quite well. I mean, this is very much an experimental video, like ad hoc, ad lib, whatever you want to call it, just trying something new out, because I have to pack away like all my quality or my favorite makeup. I don't know why I'm seeing that. So we're just playing around with, like, you know, hey, here's something I could do on holiday. And then we're going to do some highlights. in my brow bone. And I'm using the sort of more on the chocolate love sort of holographic-y one here, which is there. I love a good holographic shimmer. Look at that. That's pretty good. That's not bad. You know, for like a sort of drugstore brand. Not bad. I'm just gonna make sure it's all blended. Nice bit of fadage going on. Well, just fading. You know, just using the colour that's already on the brush. Just there we go. Soften it up. I'm quite happy with that. How many times do you think people do these videos and say I'm quite happy with that, and then at the end they're like, I reckon quite a few, of which I think I'm one. Although it's a bit mucky around here, but we can tidy that up. That's pretty nice. I might not even put eyeliner on because I'm kind of liking it. Yeah. Can you see that? I do want to put some under my eye as well. I'm just going in using the one that's already got product on it. I wonder if that's kind of like too much of a brutal brush. I don't know. Maybe something finer. But, you know, at this point I just want to balance the colour out a bit. I always feel a bit more complete when I put colour on the lower lash. Like, you know, kind of brings the look together, I feel. It doesn't feel too naked. I go in and stamp on a little bit of dark there from my MAC palette, but aside from that, it's pretty good. I mean, you tend to get a bit of fallout here, I feel, but, you know, this mirror is really useful, actually. I love eyeshadow palettes that give you a mirror, because even the one that's right here, it's just not enough, because it's so good to see everything from so many different angles. Now, I'm not going to go in with a dark colour all the way into my eye because I think it would make them look smaller. I think it's mascara and clock because I don't think there's anything else. I am still using that MAC mascara from my last video, so. And yes, it is coming on holiday with me. And again, I'm not using false eyelashes, but maybe in another video you might see me put them on, but I quite like my natural ones. Don't know if you can see that, but because they are quite longish anyway, so kind of pulls your lid up at the same time. I mean, I've already said this about this mascara, but obviously I'm sticking with it, so you know, it's obviously a good sign. And I'm just trying to match the length on the other side as well, because it can be really hard to match the length, because obviously when you change to another side, the way you hold the brush changes, I find. My contact lenses always go a bit blurry, so blinkage. There we go. I mean, I think I'm going for a sun-kissed, like, bronzy look. Yeah, so I'm going for like a goddess, bronze, sun-kissed goddess kind of look, so, because I have holiday on the mind. FaceTime. Drum roll, please. No, I'm joking. Don't do a drum roll. There's nothing really to drum roll for. And I'm going to start under my eyes with the Infallible More Than Concealer. And you've seen me use this in my last video, so I'm going in with it again. And I don't know what this movement is, but we are going with it. I'm going to put quite a bit on because I want this area to be quite illuminated, because, you know, weirdly I think that's kind of quite natural. So I'm going to go in with my beauty blender. I think it's Real Techniques on this one, I'm pretty sure. My little baby hairs are cute, but they're the worst when you're doing makeup because they get covered in foundation and turn all white, and then you're like, okay, I can't outwardly get rid of that because they're kind of too small to, you know, do anything about. I have to say, I'm quite I'm tidying this up as well, actually. I don't want it to be too harsh a line though. We are going for blended, so. Hey, I'm just doing a bit of a film, Ja. Filming.
Isn't it time for packing?
Yeah. And filming. I've done a lot of packing.
You got everything?
No, apart from my makeup. Please don't ruin my video. And I'm back. He has left the room. And then my L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation, still using it from the same, not the last video, not the same video. I need to move the hairband further down, I think. I think that's the problem I have. I always love the way foundation just feels on your skin when you put it on. Feel transformed. Be careful with this one though, because it can be a bit streaky, but I don't know if that's just because I'm using like not the best brush. And I do go down onto my neck as well, just to avoid any harsh lines. Aside from if you're contouring your jaw, of course, but that's obviously slightly different than not blending your foundation in properly. It is quite full coverage, but it can almost have like a powdery appearance, I feel, but you know, there we go. Maybe this is my raison d'etre, my cooling in life. Quick kind of, you know, bottom of your handbag makeup looks. Contouring time, and I'm gonna use, actually no, I've got some NYX here. I'm only doing a bit really. I have messed up those colours a bit, but it's just like that darky one. It's a bit, I have manked it up just a little bit, but because I like to just go in like, you know, gently with it. Yeah, that's what I'm telling myself I like to do.
This is actually my first time using the NYX Conceal Correct Contour Palette, and I'm surprised at how well it blends.
Yeah, you won't have any trouble blending that, actually, because it's not too heavy. You can't see where I originally applied it, so yeah, I think that's quite a win, especially for the kind of sun-kissed look that I'm going for. We can just beauty blend it down a bit as well if you're a bit wary of harsh lines like I am. Yeah, that's, I tell you what, NYX, that is decent. That one's really decent. Okay, and I'm looking quite dewy as well. It's taken some of the redness out of my cheeks, but then the foundation has done that as well, so I don't even know if I'm going to go in with a blush. I might abandon the blush. I mean, I know that's quite out there, but because I have this one floating around still, that's why it's quite dusty. It's literally the Rimmel Trio that you can get in any drugstore. I think I'm going to go for the one at the top. We're going to keep it quite conservative, as we'll see, in terms of blush, because I want most of the focus to be on the bronziness of it, so. Oh, that does complete it a bit more. Very nice. And then my favourite bit, now for highlighter, I actually bought a new one, a Revolution one, which is it was £4, Highlighter Reloaded Dare to Divulge shade. So it's warmer. Look at that. It's that one there, obviously. So it's got a nice sheen to it. So it's a bit more out there than the Illamasqua one I used in my last video. It's quite full. I mean, look, you can see it powdering off there already, so. Nice. That is nice. And I've got to blend in the rest of my nose contour as well. Almost forgot. Otherwise I'd have this, like, giant mark here. No one would tell me. That's quite nice. Okay, I think we are pretty much there, and I am going to set it with the same one I used before, the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, and it was only £6, and it was quite highly rated, so maybe I should do lipstick first. Whew. Whew. Hydrating. And then this is the Revolution Satin Kiss. I have quite a thin upper lip, so
The lipstick I'm using here is the Revolution, one of the matte nude collections, but it is a couple of years old, so it's kind of bouncing around the bottom of my makeup box for a while.
I'm going to put a bit of concealer on. I'm not going to bake because I kind of feel that I don't need to, but I don't really want to for this look, so I hope you like it. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with how it turned out, to be fair.